Back in 2018, a friend asked me what would be a bucket list project to do. And my answer was immediately a video game musical. And by that, I did not mean a game where you have so-called normal or conventional gameplay broken up by interstitial musical numbers where the characters sing or dance or something like that. I was fantasizing about a game where the musical numbers are themselves the core of the gameplay, and they're interactive, inviting a kind of sprawlingly branching narrative driven by musical choices that have impact and downstream ramifications for the characters, the storyline, the world, all of it. You make one choice, the song will unfold one way with a certain kind of emotional attitude.
What are you gonna do now, Persephone? I shout out and the crowd is there for me. Voices joyous, join me steadily. Catch that, it's the sound of destiny.
But make a different choice and it sounds different.
Your hosting skills could use a bit more pluck. About as subtle as a garbage truck. Thanks all for coming, but your next guest sucks. Lacks something, don't you think?
And yet another choice, and it sounds still different.
You've buried yourself.
And behind each of those doors are still further doors, so it becomes an almost fractal spider web of potential. Without question, this was the most challenging thing I've ever undertaken, but also among the most rewarding. It's hard to know where to begin when counting my blessings on this project, but here are a few of the true highlights. It was a real continuous source of inspiration to collaborate with David as he created these characters and this fascinating and interesting world. It was a real privilege and continuous joy to write these songs with three wonderful friends, the band Tripod, aka Stephen Gates, Simon Hall, and Scott Edgar. Three brilliant songwriters, musicians, storytellers. And then to add to this mix, the superstar singer and songwriter Montaigne just pushed it over the edge. Also collaborating with an army of musicians, some of whom I'd never worked with before, and some of whom this was our 5 millionth time working together. It simply wouldn't be what it was without each and every one of their contributions. To spend so much time in the booth with the most wonderful brother-in-arms, Troy Baker, who's both a dear friend and one of the most talented people I've ever met. And finally, to get to know and over and over behold the brilliance and artistry of this incredible cast. When we started working on this, the hope was to create an experience that would let players genuinely role play and end up with a musical that felt like it reflected their impulses, their choices, their desires. And I think, mostly because of how freaking hard we worked, we managed to get there. This was a lot of work and, at times, extremely difficult. But it was also really rewarding, really gratifying, really fun. So I hope you have a chance to check it out and have anything approaching as much fun playing it as we did making it.